everyone, and welcome to Check-in Wednesdays. In today's video, we are going to be talking about handling or coping or dealing with a heartbreak. So, as I open, nursing a broken heart is a very difficult thing. And once you can accept what has happened and you prepare to take care of yourself and your emotions, you'll be able to move on and grow past it. So one thing to keep in mind is that you will eventually feel like yourself. Eventually, it will all pass. Okay, so the first step to dealing with a heartbreak is accepting what has happened. So be honest with yourself. Accept that you've been hurt and that you feel sad. These are normal emotions, and you need to accept that they are happening. So face your heartbreak head on. Don't lie to others and don't lie to yourself by saying that you are fine when you're not fine. Yes, you may be able to push it down for a while, hide your feelings, but sooner or later something else will trigger what has happened and you'll be worse off because you weren't honest with yourself in the very beginning. So it's important to note that it's okay to feel sad. In fact, it's okay to feel however you want. There is no specific way one person is supposed to feel after a breakup. The key is not to let those feelings affect your whole life. I know sometimes we tend to want to numb the pain because it's too much to bear, and people do this in various ways. Some end up like jumping from one relationship to another just so that they don't feel the pain. Others turn to drugs or any other unhealthy behaviors. Maybe they start drinking alcohol, and others even then go on to swear off relationships forever. This is not healthy at all. It is important to give yourself time to hurt, to feel the pain. It is important to cry. Crying is not a sign of weakness. It is a good and healthy way to express extreme feelings. So if you feel like crying, let it out. Find a place where you can be alone and you're comfortable, and then find someone, a good friend that you can trust, that won't judge you, or someone won't stop you from crying, and then just let the tears flow. Just cry. So crying is a very normal way of dealing with a heartbreak. The next thing is to release your negative thoughts. So avoid letting negative thoughts control your worldview. So this includes looking at only the negative aspects of your situation and blaming yourself entirely for what has happened. So try to keep an eye on yourself to see if you are looking at your situation this way. If you are, find ways to avoid thinking in such a negative way. Research says an excellent way to expel negative energy is to meditate. So allow yourself to be in a comfortable space with no distractions, and then breathe deeply, and then let your mind go by focusing on other objects or visualizing a peaceful place. The other thing is to examine your relationship. So this is basically reflection. So think about what went wrong and why you and your partner, or why you two broke up. So what was the reason for the breakup? There's always a reason. And then figure it out and write it down. And then also think about what you liked in the relationship, and then what things you would want to look for in a future partner, or the things you would want to be different in your future relationship. Doing this can help you grow as a person and find the right relationship later down the line. The next thing is take care of yourself. Be positive. Think about your strengths and feel proud of them. Do things that make you feel good about yourself. So for example, getting your hair done or your nails done, if you're a girl, or any other hobbies that you might enjoy doing. So acknowledge that something bad has happened to you, and realizing that you are strong enough to deal with it is a key part of getting over your heartbreak. So make a list of your strengths, remind yourself of your accomplishments and the good qualities you have, and then the act of writing them down or the act of writing them out can remind you of them, and you can create a list and read it whenever you feel down. So sometimes you need to be around a trusted friend that you can talk to and confide in, and then just tell them how you feel, or maybe just talk to them about something else that will help you go through the heartbreak. This can actually be very helpful. So how to take care of yourself? Exercise. So physical exercise causes your body to release serotonin. This is a chemical that makes us feel happy and stimulates the growth of nerve cells. On an emotional level, exercising may help you to feel like you are becoming the master of yourself again. So you don't need a full workout. Something as simple as a 10 to 15 minutes a day doing a simple exercise like jogging or maybe even yoga can be enough to get you a good frame of mind. So even work that doesn't feel like exercise does count as exercise. So for example, taking a long walk outside will get you some fresh air while you move. The most important thing is that you stay consistent in what you do. Be sure to watch out for depression. It is so easy for one to end up being depressed while dealing with the heartbreak. So look out for depression. Keep an eye out for the major differences between sadness, which is a normal and healthy emotion, and depression. So watch out for the differences between the two. So when you are depressed, nothing you think about seems to matter in your life, and you are unable to stop thinking about the things that cause your grief. So if you think you're noticing these signs, you think you might be falling into depression, or if your sadness is lingering for quite some time, be sure to talk to your doctor or maybe a counselor for professional help. And then the last step to deal with heartbreak is to move on. Get rid of things that remind you of your ex. So for example, pictures of you and your ex, the songs that you and your ex used to listen to together, any gifts that they had given you. So this doesn't necessarily mean that you're throwing away all the stuff that you got from your ex, but you are probably just gonna place them at a place that is out of your sight, somewhere that you won't always see the stuff. Sometimes you might actually have items that might be of sentimental value to your ex, and destroying those items might not be the best of decisions. You probably have to give them back if they are of a sentimental value to your ex. So you could always then arrange for your ex to pick them up, but this is not an invitation to reconnect. So keep your messages short and professional. How to move on? Another thing is to stop all contact with your ex. Keeping in contact with them will make you feel even worse than you already do. So don't call your ex crying, or don't send passive aggressive texts. Your ex has made it clear that they are moving on, and the best way to do that yourself is to avoid contact with them. Delete your ex from social media. You don't need the constant reminder of what they're up to. That kind of avoidance will help keep you from thinking about them. I know it's not easy, but it will definitely help. You can also ask your friends to help. So let them know that you don't want them to fill you in on what your ex is up to. Instead, ask them to help you get your mind off them, even if it's just by spending time talking about anything else or keeping you from contacting them. Another thing is to also get involved in new activities. The best way to get over the past is to create a new bright future for yourself without that person. So now is the time to fulfill your dreams of learning new skills or trying different activities. The goal is to distract yourself with new ideas and activities and to meet new people. So another thing you can do is help someone else. Help someone else. One of the best ways to get your mind off your own problem is to try help someone else with the challenge they are facing. Ask your friends about what is going on in their lives, or talk to your family about how they're doing. Don't let your emotions block you from the fact that other people are also dealing with their own sadness. So another thing is meet new people. So after giving yourself some space, get back into the game of love. You shouldn't close yourself off, and losing someone does not mean you are unlovable or can never love again. So use your new activities to meet potential new partners. You don't have to actively look for new relationships if you don't want to, but don't immediately reject the possibility if someone asks or offers. Be careful though with the rebound relationship. Opening yourself up does not mean rushing into a new relationship immediately. If you move too quickly, you may mistake the easy intimacy with real feeling and create greater pain for yourself and the other person. So my conclusion is be patient. This process takes time, and while on the way to recovery, you may come up against days that are harder than others. Don't beat yourself up over feeling sad when you thought you were recovering. So occasionally fantasizing about your ex is normal. The surest way to think about something is to tell yourself not to think about it. So sometimes that will happen. Rather than suppress these thoughts, accept them and look for something else to think about instead. So that's all I have for today's video. It's important to remember that a breakup is not the end of the world. Although it may feel like it is in that particular moment, it's not actually the end of the world. It will pass, you will get through it. I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you and have a good day.